My name is T&M, and today I want to talk about something many creators haven't fully understood yet: why top creators no longer make money from content, but from narrative ownership. It sounds abstract, but this is the key to whether you can make serious money in the future. Have you noticed that everyone is crazily producing content nowadays? Daily posts, weekly uploads, short videos, long articles, yet it's getting harder and harder to earn money. It's not because you're not capable, but because content itself has lost its value. Content is just a tool, raw material, not the product. What really makes money is your control over the narrative, whether you can define a worldview that others willingly join. What does narrative ownership mean? Simply put, it means you design a perspective, a set of language, a framework that makes your fans not only consume your content but also use your language to understand problems, tell stories, and explain the world. When your language becomes their internal language, you own influence. This kind of influence can accumulate and convert into real revenue: brand deals, product sales, even IP licensing. On the other hand, if you're still stuck in producing content and competing in a quantity race, you're just working for the platforms, building their databases. The more content you make, the fiercer the competition, the more transparent the pricing, the more distracted your audience's attention, the less stable your income will be. What you need to do is transform from a content creator to a narrative designer. First, think about what you want your audience to believe, what core ideas you want to communicate, then package this set of ideas in simple language and reinforce it constantly in your content. This way, when you publish new content, your fans interpret it through the lens and language you designed, not as isolated messages. For example, Alex Hormozzi doesn't just share entrepreneurship tips, he creates the narrative that product design is more important than marketing. Seth Godin doesn't just teach marketing, he creates the worldview that marketing is storytelling, not manipulation. When their followers talk about these topics, they automatically use their language to explain their problems. This kind of influence cannot be bought with money, time, or content. You might ask, how do I start? The first step is to define the core belief you want people to accept, a unique perspective that you can consistently express. The second step is to create your own set of language symbols, metaphors, and frameworks, and use them repeatedly in your content. The third step is to get your fans and partners to use your language too. When they communicate with your vocabulary, your narrative ownership starts to take shape. When you reach this level, the amount of content you produce becomes less important. What you truly earn is the ability to define the world that's the source of long-term, stable cash flow. Remember, content is just the surface, narrative is the asset. Stop using old thinking to push out endless content. Start thinking about how to make your narrative the standard answer in your fans' minds. That's all for today. If you want to know how to start building your narrative ownership, visit my sales page at tmtmtm.gumroad.com to learn more. It contains the complete methods and practical tools I designed to help you evolve from a content creator to a narrative designer. I'm T&M. See you next time.